In today's market, just how do the monthly costs of renting compare to buying a similar home?
Yeah, naturally it changes based on the variables in terms of type of housing or where you live. So I thought I would make it easy on myself. I picked my house. So I live in Richmond, house built in the 1980s. And when I looked and saw what the market was for rental, I could probably rent something similar to my house for about $4,500 a month. And then I did the math on home ownership. So I put my house, I valued it at $1.7 million, and I gave myself the liberty of having a 20% down payment. So I'm being pretty conservative because now we're talking about a conventional mortgage. And even then, after the mortgage, the property tax, insurance, sort of utilities, the mortgage itself would be about $7,400. And on a 25-year amortization, that me living in that house and paying the cost of home ownership would be about 10 grand. On 25 years, 30 years would be a little bit less at 9,400. So we're talking about a double here. So 4,500 to rent it, roughly $10,000 to own it.
That's interesting. I mean, that's an example, though, of a single-family home, right? Would the cost difference, you think, be similar if you were talking about a one-bedroom condo in Vancouver?
I crunched those numbers as well. So I picked the beautiful neighborhood of Mount Pleasant. And one-bedroom, fairly nice apartment there to rent it. Plus, I added in some other costs like insurance, content insurance. It would be about $2,850 a month. Now, assuming the same criteria, so conventional mortgage, 20% down, and a price of about $750,000 to buy this apartment, that cost of the home ownership would be about $4,240. So it's not a double, but it's about 30% higher than renting.
Okay. Well, I mean, a lot of people say renting is throwing away money, right? I mean, or our renters are simply paying down their landlord's mortgage. How do you feel about those statements?
Yeah, I disagree with them. I mean, everyone needs a place to live. You need a place to, hang your hat. So it's not throwing away money. You're getting, obviously, a use out of that. In terms of paying someone else's mortgages, in the past, that was true. A lot of these apartments, if you're a landlord, cash flow positive, that sort of a thing. But if you break down the numbers again, look at that house. So the house, again, rented for $4,500. The actual cost was about $10,000, or we'll say $9,000, just to be conservative. Of that mortgage, because if you bought it just recently, the vast majority of that mortgage payment, which is $7,400, most of it goes to interest. And only about 30% over that course of the 5 years will go to principal. So